Hey guys, welcome to the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you like my content. This video is basically me talking over the content for coaching. It's a good hustle, but I think you can move faster. Here we figured out that your point of aim and point of impact is not quite where it needed to be because it was zeroed with it suppressed. So kind of knowing the difference between the two, suppressed or unsuppressed. Here, right, I was running around a lot trying to get Anthony ready, like, loading mags, helping him, because he didn't load mag. On my bad was I didn't check my optic, and so I paid the penalty on that. Here, my shooting cadence can be just a little bit better. Grip it tighter. I could shoot those doubles a little bit quicker. Good hustle overall. So just prepping the equipment, knowing your equipment. So going back to Anthony, just having that zero dialed in for suppressed and unsuppressed, even if you've got to mark it on the dials of the optic. I think here I was pretty upset that it was a good run, yet I spent a ton of time at the beginning. So I missed most of this run. Again, a good hustle here. Not much to critique other than on his reloads, he's doing a lot of overhand reloads, which is something he's already fixed since then. So we'll look at the hits, right? Not too bad. Can't complain. A little high there, but that's just kind of tracking the dot and trying to be more target focused than looking at the dot. It's one of those things that you have to work through as you train. So, a little bit of overshooting on the transition here. Kind of goofy setup with the umbrella, right? These are good, right? We eventually figured out, what was wrong. He needed to aim a little bit higher. So nothing really wrong here. Just keeping the hustle up. So not a bad run. You can just do everything faster. The shooting, same cadence, just do everything else faster. So here again, we hadn't figured out that he had to shoot higher. So where that -1 is in the upper chest, that's what you really want to do is aim. With that current setup, again, it was zeroed for the suppressed pistol. Just looking at his hits, right? Pretty solid. All right, for me, my big thing is, besides the dot stuff, is really remembering to shoot the targets in the order. It's kind of like the game of IDPA, right? Near to far when you're open like this. So I engage the targets in the wrong order pretty much this whole stage. I need to do a lot of work on my one-handed shooting. It could be a lot better. Here, I'm shooting the targets left to right. It should have been the other way. My thumb was a couple times locking the slide, so it didn't lock back. I was holding the slide stop, so I had to work through a little bit of a malfunction. Otherwise, my shooting, I felt, was really good overall. It just procedural stuff is costing me unnecessary amount of time. If I got rid of my procedurals throughout the whole fucking day, I probably would have jumped up, 10 spots in the rankings. So, I haven't been out to a match in a while, and I was overall pretty happy with the performance. What I do right and wrong drives the training. Okay, here, just working a little bit of how to get the garment out of the way a little bit smoother. I was looking for the dot a lot, so work on that one-handed shooting. See him bobbling it a little bit more than I did. So finger across the trigger guard or making a full grip, make the decision. He's kind of working on both, going up, see that overhand, if it's very slow. You've already worked all that. I know he's been working on that in dry fire, but just that finger across the trigger guard, either do it or don't do it. I don't really recommend it for anybody. Shot placement is good. If you're going to see anything, it's going to be on those one-handed shooting. It's just really easy to dive low left as you put input into the gun. All right, decent run here. Yeah, I think it's just really procedurals. It's what got you on this one. I did the same thing. You're supposed to shoot from the car, but neither you or I did it. And then you went from near to far instead of outside to in. So that caused your procedural. Hustle a little bit more between the spots, Don't be afraid to book it a little bit. Right foot. The good footwear is going to be really important here. Something grippy. Get more of a trail shoe or a boot that you can run in versus like tarmac shoes or big clompy boots that you really can't move fast in. So I'm wearing a technical skate shoe, right? So it's got really good grip to like move in different directions, and it's got some good support. So I like those Vans shoes. And these are the ones that are, again, some newer models. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they the way the grip is a little bit more rounded along the bottoms, so they're not so flat bottoms like your traditional Vans are. So again, I get out of the car instead of shooting from the car. Everything else was good. I think I had -1 on the far left target. Reload's pretty good. Nothing to complain there. Good stage other than the procedurals. And then obviously somebody didn't pace the targets. All right, first off, get rid of that Serpa. Right, I gave you Safari Land, ALS. Learn to use that. You don't want to do the Serpa Derpa shit. The main things I see here is getting your two-handed grip a little bit more solid. You're tending to weaver a little bit and losing grip with the left hand. I know you expressed that you were kind of more point shooting, so at this distance, really track the sights a little bit better. And then on the reload, get the gun up more in your workspace. Point the mag well towards the mag carrier. See, your eyes are driving to the shoulder there. That's why you shot there. So work in the eyes, either target focus or figure out the transition distance to go to the front sight. Get the reload up in front of your face, angle the mag well, and work on the left hand grip. You're probably not going to be able to run this MP5 again without making it an SPR, but it was fun while it lasted, I guess. I was supposed to shoot this, but they didn't want to open up the iPad, which is pretty gay, but, you know, whatever. He had actually had it on safe and put it on fire, or he had a fire and put it on safe instead of having it on safe and putting it on fire. So no one caught that. Luckily, it didn't give him procedural. He got to do this twice because of the fucking the steel not falling, because it was broken. Basically, they had to kind of get a rig it. You know, here with you know, you've got this MP5. I would go for all headshots and just stand in one place. You'll see me that I have to move quite a bit left and right to just make sure I get clean hits. All right, you can see that right thumb dominating the left hand. It doesn't allow you to get a grip. Get that thumb high and neutral. Get that support hand up higher and further back. Don't dawdle so much, and then you're doing a little bit of a little weaver stance. You're point shooting, right? Do everything else faster, and then shoot to get your hits, right? You should be sprinting and booking it. I know you're athletic. You used to do the ultimate frisbee shit, so you really just need to move and snap between targets. Get in and out of like, you know, the cover or wherever you got to stand. Don't linger so much. That'll cut your time versus trying to feel like you got to shoot faster. So this is his second run, you know. So helps you work out the kinks when you can already have run the run. I wish I could have done this and added some redos on some of the mistakes I made with the procedurals. So it's just, you know, it is what it is. Here, I would have just done headshots the whole time. But it looks cool. All right, I had I had this array worked out, and I don't know why this is so hard. When I talk about it and think about it after the fact, I feel so stupid. But this one, I had it worked out in my head, and then I went and visualized it differently. For some reason, I don't know. I was really distracted. You know, I talk about me being low on sleep and having to kind of our family pet die on the day before, and running around filming stuff. So I didn't have a lot of time to concentrate and kind of pregame each stage. So it is what it is. I just kind of went for it. So again, I went right to left instead of near to far. You know, I totally forgot that. Here, everything is hunky-dory. The steel did not fall. So, you know, they let me have that one. Reload is okay. You know, here I'm having to move a little bit just to make sure I am not punching through these targets and hitting the no shoots, right? This is like hostage style. You got to be wary of your target foreground and background. This is a prime example of that. All right, so clean hits, right? Making them shots in the vitals. Here is kind of where I lost it on my second shot. Just one middle, one low. You got too good there, so. Yeah. Bombed one right there. So clean up the procedurals. That's a lot of points, considering how decently I'm shooting. You know, that I shouldn't have got a -1 on there. Some people think the IDPA gaming is kind of hokey, but I think it's fun and it forces you to work through parameters versus being able to do what you want. There we go. Look at that big gap between your thumbs, right? That is not a solid two-handed grip. This is fine here. And then just kind of shuffling there. Point shooting, broken grip. So square your body up a little bit towards the target, lean out more. You're doing a little bit of a Weaver stance. This reload is okay, right? Not too bad. All right, some good hits, but you could definitely improve. Hustle in everything you're doing. So really, it's not, if you want to shoot that fast, it's fine, but you're really going to have to work on your grip and then your eyes. I missed this run from Anthony, so, he got to run a lot of shit twice, so I was like, well, I'm going to go try to catch Jonathan. All right. I'm super disappointed in myself on this one. I shot everything pretty well. I moved quick. I remembered to do, the little gamer thing, which is the step out. My grip is breaking a little bit there. And then I move. I could have hustled a little bit more there. But then I just brain freeze, and I just forget that whole array. Because he didn't say anything, I knew there was something left. So I was just like, how did I not fucking see this? Very embarrassing. I can't believe I put this on the internet. But, you got to learn from your mistakes. And hopefully I won't ever do that again. But otherwise, good hits. That would have been a good run as well. Could have been a little faster on everything. But yeah, just standing there for 5 seconds fucked me up. Yeah, I think you could definitely get the gun up sooner in everything you're doing. You're going to the shooting spot, and then you're bringing the gun up. Have the gun up already on target. You can see it, so you can track it through the netting. That way you can shortcut your time to bring the gun up to the target. Standing a little flat-footed, kick that foot back. There you go. Your feet adjust a little bit. Trying to minimize that while you're drawing. Good with the right leg to get yourself balanced out here. Kind of ambling there. Move a little bit more aggressive here. I don't think you try to count your shots, which costs you a procedural. So when you're first doing this, just run it fucking dry. You know what I'm saying? That way you practice your reload. It doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, the low shots there are just really from looking over the sights. Tall guy problem, right? Getting them shoulders up and forwards. Notice the back of the gun will line you up naturally with the sights a little bit better. All right, here, yeah, I ripped that fucking guy. I didn't want to get stuck on there. Again, I went inside to out. And you'll notice that when I go to the next targets, I'm really lingering. I do not have the dot at all. And I could shoot, but I'm like, I want to get accuracy. So both those middle target arrays, I'm going a lot slower than I should be. So practicing moving laterally and picking up the red dot, that better index, better presentation is going to be really key for me. But shooting was good on this. Again, just that time added from the procedurals and not finding the dot as soon as I present. So some of my worst IDPA matches is me running and gunning too fast, outrunning my eyes, and I'm getting procedurals. Yeah, my score ends up dropping quite a bit, so I had to mitigate it with accuracy. Yeah, a little shy. Just grab that fucking leg and pull that motherfucker. Then bunny hop here. Keep the gun up, right? Track it to the net. I know we're kind of close to the frickin' frame there, but see if you can get the gun up sooner. Yeah, he gave you that one, because that should have been a down one. I didn't tell any until after they scored, though. Just from my knowledge, right? Man, must have been nice to have all these extra runs, you motherfucker. I am jealous of that shit, for sure. All right, not bad. Just getting in and out of the shooting positions a little bit faster, getting the gun up quicker. You could probably back up like a foot so you're not so close to the frame, so you can present as soon as you're applying that border. All right, I think this is the one stage that I didn't fuck up the procedure. ironically. So, this is the end of the day. I had a raging headache for like half the day. No lunch. Kind of irritated. And couldn't find the dot. So, I don't know what happened there because normally my draw at least is pretty good. So, outside the in like I was supposed to. Here, right? I'm trying to have the gun up as soon as I can. Get the reload. Not much I can do there. Here, I'm disappointed that I missed that steal. First shot hit. Second shot was a miss. I'm kind of hate myself for that. I should have get all 3 hits. And then just low on that swinger. All right, run a little bit faster there. Get the gun up. Present it. So all you got to do is lean out and shoot. I mean, you can see through the netting. Here, it just looked cool. I like how you pied it slowly. You approach it like a kill house versus like a match. So no, that doesn't matter a little bit because there's the game to it. Yep, and there's the 2 ways of doing it. You can track the target, following it, or wait till it gets in front of where your dot's going to be, and then shoot. So I can't remember what those methods are called. But yeah, that zero shift, at that distance, aiming a little high, it goes a little too high. Close together hits, they're nice pairs, very nice pairs. All right, just keep on working on breaking that reloading habit. Get the gun out there. This is probably, right after this is where it's most distinct, right here. Then you punch out. Like, have the gun out already. That way you're not, like, walking up to the target and spending time punching out and then pulling back in. It's killing you a lot of time. And then, as discussed, why did you shoot that? The time you spent doing that, you did make up that 1 second for the down one. Made that mistake plenty of times, so no big deal. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful. Again, this is just like a coaching overview. So this is just for training purposes on, what couple things can you work on at the next training session. Anthony, I know you've been working on your reloads. It's going to be important to speed that up. You're going to shave like a second or 2 off your time. Figuring out your grip, being consistent in that, and then getting in and out of the shooting positions quicker. Have that gun presented. Have it presented when you go around the cover, especially when you go around barrels. If you have room to keep your arms out extended, keep them out extended. For me, it's going to be really working my presentation to make it consistent so I find the dot every time. Always working on my grip improvement, right? Rolling the elbows down, squeezing the pecs. And then the big thing for me is just not thinking about what order I shoot things in. I've got the near to far and then the outside in from cover down. So I'm working on minimizing my procedurals. I could probably up the cadence of the shooting a little bit. Jonathan, really it's your grip, left hand grip. That right hand is dominating your left hand. Get the backs of your hands together more. Try not to weaver when you're going around obstacles. Square up still to the target. Just lean out. Work on that. Hustle. If you want to shoot that fast, work on your eyes. Right? Either target focus within a certain range or really get the front sight focus. Whatever range that works out. So work on your eyes. Work on target focus. Work on the front sight focus. Right? If you're going to do both, figure out what distance you transition from one to the other. And then just hustle overall, in and out of positions quicker. Those are the biggest things that I see that we can all make improvements on and should bump us up. I would say probably at least 10 spots on the rankings, no problem. So, guys, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, ask a question. This is kind of our kind of little journey to do some IDPA stuff. I've been doing it a little bit by myself, so Anthony seems pretty interested in it. So as long as he's got permission from the wife to come out and play, I'd like to see him more at the matches. So guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.